Good morning, guys. This is week 7, day 5. The baby Moses. Alright, so uh, Joseph's there. Everybody was all happy, and they're celebrating. They like Joseph's and his family. But then eventually Joseph dies. The Pharaoh dies, and there came up a new Pharaoh that didn't know Joseph or what he had done to save Egypt. And he come up there, and he's the Pharaoh now. He's in charge. And then and the Israelites, they just, all Joseph's brothers, the Israelites out there growing and growing. And there's like 2, 3 million of them, a huge amount now. And the Pharaoh starts getting nervous. He's like, you know what? These guys keep to themselves. They have their own little customs. They're different from us. What if they attack us? What if they decide to go to war with us? Or we go to war and they side with our enemy? And we got to do something about them. So he gets this idea. He's like, I'm going to make them all slaves. So he turns all the Israelites into slaves. And they have to go and they're building the pyramids, their cities. They're working hard for the Egyptians. And they keep growing. It seems like the more you work them, the more they grow. So the Pharaoh gets another ideal. He don't have great ideals, does he? He gets another ideal and says, all right, these guys are still growing. I know. And he talks to the midwives want to help the women have babies or give birth. And he says, if it's a male child, throw it in the river and drown it. But if it's a female child, you can let them live. That's okay. Some of the midwives were kind of cheating at it too. They were like, oh, they had the baby before I got there. And the Israelites still kept growing. And one of those women was Jochebed, right? Jochebed. And she had a baby named Moses. And she grew and she kept trying to hide him, but they were trying to kill him, And she tried to keep him quiet, but finally got to the point she couldn't hide him anymore. So she gets this idea. She takes Moses, puts him in a basket, and puts the lid on it, and she takes it over and hides it in the Nile River. Right there where the spot where the princess bathes. And then she told Miriam, here, you go hide too, and you watch. You watch and you make sure. Well, guess who came along? And the princess and her servants came along there for their bath. And they're enjoying their bath, and then they hear something. It's like, I hear a baby crying. So they look in. She sends her servant out to get the baby. She opens up the basket. And she finds Moses laying inside. And she's like, ooh, this is a cute baby. I want to keep him. Well, that was Miriam's cue, and she comes out. Apparently stood in the water. And she says, hey, this is a Hebrew child. You should have a Hebrew raise him. And the princess is like, ooh, it's a good idea. She's like, go get one. So Miriam takes off, running home. She gets her mother. And then her mother comes back. And the princess gives the baby to its own mother. And says, here, you take care of him, you raise him, and when he's he's grown up, then he's going to come live with me. And not only that, I'm going to pay you to take care of him. And I don't know if the princess realized it was actually the child's mother. And that's where Moses comes in. Moses got to be in there. And Jochebed, she taught Moses everything about being a Hebrew and an Israelite, and about their God and everything, because she knew she only had a short time. And then finally she was going to have to give the baby back to the princess, and then he was going to be raised in the palace. And we'll find out what happens Monday. Oh, what happens to Moses when he grows up. But it's one of the things important to know is baby Moses, he had to really listen to his mother and his father. I'm sure his father taught him stuff too. And that's what we got to do. We got to listen to our parents, and we got to learn things while we can. Because there's going to be a time which we're going to have to go and live in the royal family. We're going to have to grow up and be adults. So we should learn stuff while we're young. So you guys pay attention to your parents, obey them, learn from them, and I will see you Tuesday because Monday's a holiday. And we're going to do lesson 3, chart 2 on exploring God's Word. So I see you Tuesday. You guys have a good day. Bye.